Anniversary. The parents of one of the victims of the fatal Willows of Coventry fire break their silence about the devastating loss of their daughter. Good evening, I'm Heather Herron.
I'm Mark Mellinger. This comes 2 days after we learned the cause of that fatal fire may have been an overheated electrical outlet.
Lara Punches was the third and final victim of that fire. 4 months ago today, her parents said final goodbyes to their only child. This week, they spoke to News Channel 15's Janice Allen. She has more on how they're dealing with the loss. It's tonight's top story.
Martha and Paul Punches hoped and prayed that Lara would survive that devastating fire, but she passed away 20 days later without ever waking up.
Lara was ornery. Let's put it that way. She was a good kid. She never, ever gave us troubles.
She was very lovable. She would make friends pretty easily.
It's been 4 months now since Martha and Paul Punches lost their only child, Lara. 4 months without the I love yous, the text messages, and daily phone calls you might expect from a teen away at school for the first time.
We were very close, but I don't want to say that we lived in each other's pockets.
19-year-old Lara was full of life. She loved playing in the band, golfing in high school, and she really loved animals. That passion is what ultimately led her to choose the Vet Tech program at the International Business College in Fort Wayne. It would be her first time living away from her home in Defiance, Ohio.
She was only an hour away. If she needed something, we could just jump in the truck and go.
She was so excited. She just couldn't wait to get to school.
Martha and Paul made the drive to visit Lara often, but the Wednesday before the fire would be the last time they'd see her alive. The night before the tragedy, Martha and Lara exchanged emails and chatted on the phone before saying goodbye.
She said, "I love you." I said, "I love you too." And then the fire broke out the next morning.
In the early morning hours of January 23rd, Martha would hear from her daughter one last time. Lara frantically called home as fire consumed her apartment building.
At least I did get to talk to her those last few minutes. But it was only a few words, and then she started coughing and passed out. Too much smoke that was in the room.
Lara and two of her roommates were rushed to the hospital while Martha and Paul raced to Fort Wayne.
We never realized how bad it was. It was a total shock to us.
Both of her roommates died because of that fire, and 20 days later, Lara died too, without ever regaining consciousness.
God took accounting of the angels and decided he was missing 3, so he decided to take 3 more.
Through it all, Martha and Paul have clung to their faith, saying prayers and community support made all the difference. Then there are the little things that help them remember Lara. A class ring worn around Martha's neck, and the stuffed pandas Lara loved sprawled around their home.
We definitely know that she's in a better place. Whatever happened, it was God's will, and we would get through it.
Both Mom and Dad say they'll remember her big smile and how she touched others' lives for 19 years. While they miss the phone calls, the text messages, and the I love yous, Paul and Martha believe one day they'll see their precious daughter once again.
She was special. She really was. Someday I'll see her again. To her, it'll be a second. To me, it'll be an eternity. But I'll see her again. And I'll cherish that day when it comes. I really will.
And there are several plans in the works to honor Lara's memory. We do know a charity golf tournament is being set up in her hometown of Defiance, and we'll pass along those details when we get them. I'm Janice Allen, News Channel 15.